Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be getting into Proplay and the effects that Proplay have on gameplay in 2K24. We are in the beginning stages of Proplay, so we're going to see a lot more Proplay animations incorporated in the next couple years. But what does this mean for the future of gameplay for 2K? We finna get into all the details. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
There's a lot of players on 2K that feel like Proplay actually ruined the whole game. And I gotta tell you, I don't even know if Proplay has the capacity to ruin the game. Proplay is simply a different way to capture movement. In the past, 2K had to invite actual NBA players to put on the whole motion capture suit, and now they no longer have to do that. All they really have to do is load up that clip, and 2K can capture the motion from your favorite players simply off a video clip. Now, that's not to say that there's no issues with this new way of capturing motion. It does lead to some combination of animations that just seem clunky. They're not nearly as fluid as they used to be. And this is where things get a little bit complicated because there's no program in place on 2K to help you guys understand how to combine these dribble animations. And every player has a different sense of basketball intuition. I'll give you guys a for instance. Most veteran players, when they get on the game, they're looking for the best misdirections that create the most space, and they're also looking for those animations that activate a speed boost, in which direction you get that speed boost from, the L2 Cantu and the Kyrie Irving same size speed boost versus the Devin Booker crossover speed boost. If new players don't have an understanding of which animations to trigger for a speed boost, they'll notice that their player is moving sluggish when it's their intention to actually move faster. And little do most 2K players learn that one simple adjustment to your dribble animations could actually align and accommodate your particular playstyle. And most new players to 2K aren't going to invest that type of time to find the perfect combination of dribble animations that align with their particular playstyle. A lot of the time, that leads most new 2K players to feel like their dribble animations are not responsive to the controller cues that they're putting up. A lot of the times, it leads to unwanted movement, and it also leads players to feeling like they just don't have that sense of control. You input these controller cues, they happen 2 seconds later after a defender gets that bumpy animation on you. You then have to wait for your animation to finish playing out. How many times has that happened to you? You put an input into your controller, the defender gets this bumpy animation. Little do you know that the input is already queued up, so you got to wait for that bumpy animation to finish playing out, and then it actually triggers the animation that you queued up 2 seconds earlier. So what I'm getting at here is a lot of what we're experiencing in regards to 2K's gameplay, the game feeling clunky and stuff, animations, there's a lack of cohesiveness there, a lack of fluidity, I believe is a combination of user error and also 2K's lack of systems to help you intuitively understand the new Proplay system that they have incorporated. To help break this all down, I would like to reference this post from the good homie Black Cobra, an exceptional player who rose up in the 2K community with a completely different playstyle. iHoop sometimes sent out this post saying, well, some moves simply just don't work due to the closeout speed. Some signature moves are slow, and if you dribble in front of a lock doing slow moves, you know the outcome. Most step backs don't create separation. Some moves, they're just unbearable. Keep it a buck. How many of you guys playing 2K right now feel exactly like iHoop sometimes? Black Cobra ended up responding saying, I'm saying that signature animations are just that, signature. Kawhi doesn't dribble like LaMelo. DeRozan isn't nearly as shifty as Kyrie, etc. The animations reflect the movements of the actual NBA players, which is what the game is replicating. Proplay is there to provide authenticity. How much space a player creates from moves are generally up to the user's ability, with the exception of a few animations that naturally generate a lot of space. If every single animation generated the same amount of space, that wouldn't be authentic to each NBA player who has Proplay animations. Some require you to be methodical, others they don't. And before you guys spaz out, just saying 2K is completely trash, take some of those words into consideration because it's something that I personally had to do. Maybe I can help you guys get a better understanding by sharing what I had to personally go through. I would go into the lab and start at the very top, let's say with dribble style, so I figure out which direction I want to speed boost. Do I want to speed boost same side, or do I want to set up a crossover speed boost? That should help determine the dribble style that you guys want to use. Mainly, you have to figure out what type of player are you. Are you a methodical player? Are you a finesse type of player? Or are you a downhill type of player? Somebody who just holds their left stick forward and just wants one or two moves to get past the defender and mash the paint. Those are mainly like rim running type of players. If you're that type of player, you want to equip dribble animations that accommodate forward movement. Then you got the flip side of things, the Jamal Murray misdirection with the Curry step back. Or if you want to take a more methodical approach, you have the post game, which players like Black Cobra proved to be exceptional and proved that this methodical approach could actually be effective. Let me ask you guys, is this all too complicated? So many different 2K players are at different stages of the game. I mean, there's a ton of players who simply only use their left stick. I know you guys see them in the rec center. I mean, these players haven't learned that you can use your right stick to cross over. A lot of these left stick players' main goal is to just get past the defender in front of them. There's no plan B. For them, this new system is too complicated. But it seems like the only way that they can learn more is from other players in the community, not from in-game. Not in-game systems, drills, tutorials guide you toward understanding how one dribble animation affects another. And I can't help but feel like 2K is missing a piece of the puzzle. I feel like 2K just took for granted that players are completely familiar with the franchise. All the while, they're targeting new players to join the community. This 2K in particular is really weird to me because it seems to cater to the casual player, but it doesn't seem like 2K helps players evolve. If players want to evolve on 2K, they have to look to their peers. There's nothing in the game that helps them evolve into better players. And I completely understand that the words better player is subjective to each individual. I feel like sometimes we just forget the name of the game. Basketball. How efficient you and your team are at scoring the rock, and also how efficient you are at stopping your opponents from scoring. So let's talk about solutions for a second, because there's a lot of players out there who can't even figure out how to learn what type of player they are or what type of movements they would like their player to have. It would be really nice if 2K could incorporate some type of drill system that has you cycling through different animations. This way 2K could showcase the effectiveness of different animations in different scenarios. I'll give you guys a for instance. I've been playing Top Spin 2K in recent weeks. In that game, they have these particular drills set up where you're facing off against an opponent and the game has you use every single tool in your bag in order to complete the drill. It intuitively helps you understand why you would use one shot over another. This system helps mold me into the particular player that I would like to be because I see everything in front of me. Everything the game has to offer, I can see it. I have been presented with certain scenarios and these were my options. And what I'm saying about NBA 2K is that we're presented with tons of scenarios, but a lot of players, they just don't even know they have options. And I feel like that's the piece of the puzzle that's missing with 2K. As always, I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts. I will be going live in just a little while. Hopefully you guys could tune in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.